Right, hello. Today we're going to talk about how you can market your business the easy way. So I thought I would share something that I used to do when I first started my business and something that I found myself reverting back to whenever things get a bit much. Right, and put simply, it's about cutting out all of the excess noise. So yeah, I see it as a bit of a triangle. So you have your business at the top, the tippy top, and then in the corners where my fists are, you have your marketing, which holds up your business. It's a good metaphor, isn't it? Yeah, I like it. The thing that goes at the top, specifically, should be whatever moves your needle forward. And I hate this phrase, but there's no other way of saying it. Follow the money. The little hippie in my heart is going, such a capitalist. Shut up, little hippie. You like the house you live in, so embrace it. So yes, follow your money. Where do you get your income? Let's just say Etsy. Let's just pretend we make our income from Etsy, shall we? Okay, so you have Etsy at the top. Then you'll have to ask yourself a question. Can you communicate with your customers on that platform? In Etsy's case, no, not really. The only place you can have a conversation on Etsy is in the convos, and it's not really used for that, so meh. So my answer to that is, can you communicate with your customers on Etsy? No. So therefore, you need a second platform. All right, so if we take our little marketing triangle again, and we're using Etsy as our example, we have Etsy at the top of our triangle, and then if we say that this fist here is going to be our social media channel, which one do you choose? Well, if we're going to be really, really simplistic, then I would choose one social media channel, at least to start with, and choose the one that you naturally gravitate to each day. Now, just a word on this, you might be wondering why I'm only giving you the example of having one social media account. Again, if we take our little marketing triangle, you've got the top and two bottom corners. That's 3. And I'm talking about platforms here. So say, for example, at the top, you've got your Etsy shop. That's one platform you've got to work at. Then you've got your social media channel. That's another platform that's going to get your attention. And we're coming to the next corner in a minute, which is also going to need your attention. So you don't want to add too much onto your plate, because don't forget, your time is limited and very precious. It's better to do a few things really well than too many things badly. Trust me. Very often people won't buy from just anyone. They will buy from someone, and I know you've probably all heard of this, but they will buy from someone that they know, they like, and they trust. And the reason why that little combo keeps getting thrown around all over the place is because it's true and it works. You have to build up that know, like, and trust factor with people, and that takes time, which is why social media can be so good. Don't be afraid to show up, show your face sometimes if you can. That just, people like to know who's behind the thing. And don't be afraid to put your personality into it. When I'm writing out a comment for a post, what I like to do is sort of read it out in my head and ask myself if that's how I say things. If I was to say this to someone one-on-one, is that how I sound? Because I promise you, I don't go, one has made a bag and one has a shop and one would love it if one could go over to the shop and buy the bag. Ha 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 ha. One is an idiot who laughs at her own jokes though, so. But that's my point. Put your personality in. Show up as you. See your social media account as a chance to get a little bit more gritty and real with your community. Okay, so yes, I'm getting the finger triangle out again. We've got our Etsy shop or website or whatever at the top, and we have our social media account at the bottom, and we need another one, otherwise this is not a triangle and it will just flop over. Here we have our mailing list. Those of you who knew I was going there, well done. Those of you who didn't see it coming, I'm sorry. I know mailing lists are boring. I know nobody likes them. As soon as I start talking about mailing lists anywhere, I can almost hear people clicking off. Stay put, please. My mailing list is teeny, teeny, tiny, but that's good. This is not one of those places where vanity metrics matter. It doesn't matter how many people you have on your mailing list. Nobody cares if you have thousands and thousands of people on your mailing list if only a few of them are actually even opening your emails. Because I don't care if I only end up with 10 people on that list, as long as those 10 people genuinely want to get my emails. So start a mailing list. It's so easy. You don't have to send stuff out all the time. You can attract the right people, and it might be a very small amount of people compared to everything else, that's fine. A good, healthy mailing list will be full of people who want to see your stuff. Quality over quantity. And remember, even if you have 10 people on your mailing list and you think you're a failure because you don't have thousands, can you fit 10 people in your living room? Because I could, but it would be a squish. This is why I started with that, because at the beginning, there's a lot to be thinking about. You don't want to get overwhelmed. So 3, I think, is enough. The mailing list that I've got is very low maintenance now that I've got it set up. So not only is it a good place to start because it helps to avoid the overwhelm, because you've only got 3 platforms to think about, your Etsy, your social media, and your mailing list. But also I have found fairly recently, for example, when we were all in lockdown, when things had to be dropped, this came into play. Because while at the time I had several social media accounts and the mailing list and Patreon and bells and whistles, I cut it way back until it was just this. And then eventually it got so bad that even Etsy disappeared, but that was, I've spoken about that in a video, and that's just a bad memory now, and we're not going to go there because, oh my God. But it's nice to know that if you've got your foundations done, when you get more time and more energy, you can add more as you feel more capable of doing so. And then you can stop the moment you feel the overwhelm creeping in. Basically, keep it simple. Just pick the ones you enjoy being on and just focus on that. The grass is greener where you water it. Right, okay, I'm going to stop yakking now. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.